Hold my beer.
A lot of the things that I do report on this channel actually are the facts. I'm Satan, basically. I understand that as a public figure, my job means that I will be criticized, and I am fine with that. Bull crap, okay? I don't care if you talk about me. I don't care if everyone talks about me. No. Talk about me. I talk about people all the time. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I do. You can monetize the hell out of me. I don't care. Talk about me. She's a nasty, vile human being that needs to be held accountable.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Jana being Jana. Okay, now I have started recording this video probably about 5 times thus far, and there is no way for me to present this to you besides just present it to you. I think Miss Kitey is losing it. Okay, I really do, but you know what? Everything in here is just my opinion, and it's only my opinion. Y'all know that. So let's take a gander at Insta and what she's pulling over there, and y'all tell me. You think she's doxing? You think she's losing it? What you think's going on in her mind? I'll show you. Public notice of forfeiture of $105,222 seized from Robert Shinn's home on July 25th of 2025. Yeah, she thinks Robert is, a little obsessed with her. But we'll get to that part. Cult leader Robert Shinn's money seized $105,222 forfeited to the government, U.S. government. And of course, she had to use a picture of Miranda and Derek, or James, Derek. Yeah, same thing. Goodness gracious. So this one I got a little kick out of because she put on here Big Pimpin'. You know the song? If you don't, I can't play it for you because I'll get copyright. But anyways, no more Big Pimpin' Roberto. Yeah, she didn't even call him Robert anymore. Why call him by his real name when you can give him his own little nickname, huh? Robert Shinn received the notice of forfeiture in a letter on September 9th. The letter stated the feds were forfeiting his money under 18 U.S. 1981 and the funds were linked to federal crimes. Just so you know, I think the only reason why Miss Kitey knows anything about legal documents these days is how much she's been sued. That's why I think she knows these, and I think she gets on here and just reads straight from them. That's the only way she would actually know the numbers of which case to go to. Anyways, his Minnesota attorney, Amber Stavig, filed a motion for emergency injunction on 9/17 to bar me from talking and accusing me of defaming him, and filed documents denying there was any federal investigation. Robert knew full well the motion was fraudulent and filed it anyone. I thought it was anyways. But what do I know? I'm just a commentator on YouTube, costing me another $10K to defend myself. He's evil. In my opinion. Yeah, in her opinion, but I think it's funny she had to pay another 10 grand to defend her mouth. Woo! It's actually romantic how much Robert is obsessed with me and that he would lie in a Minnesota court that he's not under federal investigation. I think he's flirting with me. Go ahead, flatter yourself, Miss Kitey. Keep it up. Keep going. We're all watching. A letter from U.S. attorneys identifying him as a target. Several grand jury subpoenas for his testimony. Against Robert Shinn, again, or imagine, that's what that says. I can't read. We all know I can't read. We're going to leave me alone. Imagine Robert Shinn calling the feds and saying, give me back my money, electronics, phones, and evidence of my crimes. Despite repeated requests to the government to return their property, the government has, she put has refused to do so. And you want to know something? This is just me talking, and it's always me talking. But when she's had a little chug-a-lug-a-lug, she usually makes mistakes like this. I'm just saying. Robert's attorneys refused to out him as the target, but public forfeiture notices prove he's the target, and his money is being forfeited. Yeah, wonder how long until he can't pay attorney fees to Amber Stavik. Okay, here's the thing, Miss Kitey. It's costing you 10 grand here, 10 grand there, 5 grand for Pacer. You're paying all this money is just blowing out of your daggum hands, and you're talking about the money Robert may have left over. Seems like you keep going after people for their financial issues is what it seems like. But this right here, is it actually doxing? Is it actually doxing? I'm just wondering. The address is up there. But she even says, beware buyers, this listing is tied to Robert Shinn's real estate company. And she makes sure she shows the picture and everything. So she's telling you what property not to buy. Look what I found. Robert Shinn's real estate company has a YouTube channel. Now give it 5 minutes before it's deleted. She got way too much daggone time on her hands. Absolutely way too much time on her hands. Wonder how much of the commissions go to Roberto. 60, 70, or 100%. I'm betting a lot. You gonna get yourself in so much trouble. You gonna get yourself in trouble. Robert's followers work hard for his money, allegedly. Mail fraud is one of the alleged crimes. Some of the civil lawsuit deals with Shinn using his real estate company to recruit new members. 2 former members were clients of the agency. Within a year, the Shinn crew had convinced them to sell their home, move into a rental, and hand over their equity, after taking control of their lives and isolating them from friends and family. Allegedly. Don't you like how she's all of a sudden saying allegedly and all of a sudden saying in my opinion? Yeah, because she usually states things and people take them as facts. Well, once again, she had to post Amanda, listen to me, Miranda Derrick's photo. Anyways, here's what she posted underneath it, okay? And it's got her little warning sign. She's got that siren there. Y'all pay attention. Are y'all paying attention? Y'all better be paying attention, because when I do these, I do them for a reason. For those of y'all that don't have Insta, you know. Alleged cult leader, alleged, not cult leader. It's alleged cult leader Robert Shinn has been officially named a target in a federal criminal investigation. According to an official U.S. Postal Inspection Service forfeiture notice, federal authorities have started the process to permanently seize $105,222 in cash taken during a raid on 5 properties tied to Shinn, his church, and his businesses on July 25th of 2025. You hear her gloating just a little bit? You think when she's typing she's getting a little giddy, get a little pep in a step? The type of notice is only issued when the government believes the property is connected to federal crimes. If no one contests the seizure, the money is automatically forfeited to the United States. If a claim is filed, prosecutors must present their evidence in court. Being designated a target means the federal government believes there is substantial evidence linking Shinn to federal offenses. It is a status that typically comes right before indictment. Shinn was the subject of the hit Netflix documentary series Dancing for the Devil. I always say Dancing with the Devil. I don't know why I say with the devil. I guess because I'm thinking about Miss Katie all the time. And when I'm reading these, she don't bother my regular day. The 7M TikTok cult, which exposed shocking allegations from the former members who say he recruited aspiring dancers and influencers into his church, isolated them from their families, controlled their finances and social media accounts, and profited from their online fame. Survivors in the series accused Shinn of sex trafficking, fraud, money laundering, coercive control, and creating a system of psychological and financial abuse that dictated every part of their lives. The current federal investigation now mirrors many of those allegations and involves accusations of sex trafficking, money laundering, fraud, tax evasion, and mail fraud. And you know what? Y'all can't even see it, but let me go ahead and show you what she hashtagged this as. Robert Shinn, Shekinah Church, 7M, federal investigation, sex trafficking, money laundering, fraud, tax evasion, mail fraud, criminal investigation, breaking news, justice, accountability, cult leader, dancing for the devil, 7M TikTok cult, Netflix docuseries, and cult exposed. She wanted everybody to know exactly what, click on something and get immediately to her post. That's what she was wanting. We're going to hit the comments because there wasn't very many of them, okay? There actually wasn't, because I think Miss Katie went on a deleting spree, but that is just my opinion. Why you have your own cult? Okay, why have your own cult if that's all the the cash you have? See, sometimes I can't read these daggone things. That's why I put them up there for you. That is only the cash on hand. That doesn't include bank accounts. This was physical cash seized. Got it. Hope they can seize the rest too. He owns property which could be forfeited if they are indicted. Thanks for keeping the updates rolling. Keep praying for those victims. So sad. Someone says finally. And then you have a whole bunch of clapping. Happy days are here again. Yes, finally, take them down. And finally got some justice for those involved. Everything has to be her way. Everything has to be positive in her comment section. Y'all know that. That's why there was hardly no comments. But I want y'all to take a look at this Reddit post for me. Okay? Then Reddit, I'll tell you something, they're right on top of Miss Without a Crystal Ball. She can't escape them. Absolutely not. But here's something kind of curious to me. On October the 10th, she gained 146 followers. On the 11th, she lost 15. And then she came back and gained 34. Then she lost another 9. She has a pattern going on, but I don't understand how she's losing, like on the 6th, 123, and then and 39, 18, 80, and then bam, 146 pops up. Just wondering, just curious. Now here we're going continuing on another day where she's trying to prove her case in social media, on social media. Yeah, that word. It's Katie's fault. It's Miss Katie's fault. She can't write, so I can't read. Still, not defamation. Keep going, Miss Katie. Public records are not defamatory. Robert Shinn is under investigation. Still not defamation. Still not defaming anyone while sharing a public court record where a lawyer confirms a federal investigation, grand jury, and the possibility of an indictment. She is doing everything she can to possibly not get anything carried against her. She wants this dismissed so bad. I can't read the top of it, but is the public notice of forfeiture filed publicly at forfeiture.gov. And of course, she's on her websites. We all know how she is. Here you see UPSIS seized 105K from Robert Shinn, and the money was taken due to its involvement in a crime. As a result, the money is subject to forfeiture to the federal government. And she even put it down at the bottom. Read public records here. She's making sure that you can go and read these records for yourself, and you can make your decision. But the thing is when you make up your own decision, you better make up the decision to be Miss Katie's way. Absolutely. Okay, so I just continued on to the 14th because that's as far as I've gotten into this one, and I was waiting to post it to see if there was anything else she was going to post, but so far she hasn't. And if she hasn't posted anything by the time this goes up, we'll end with this because on the 14th, she's still losing followers. She's going to continue losing followers. Nobody cares, Katie. No one cares. And anybody who knows about it knows you talk smack about them. They know that you said things that you shouldn't have been saying. Your mouth got you in trouble. It always gets you in trouble. My mouth gets me in trouble, but I accept that my mouth gets me in trouble on a daily basis. And I ain't lying. It's a daily daggone basis. If it ain't on here, it's at home. Trust me. I can't keep it shut half the daggone time. I got the same problem as Miss Katie, but you know what? I know how to say, these are my opinions and only my opinions, unlike her. But anyways, I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and remember to smile today or make somebody else smile because it really can make a difference. See, I keep y'all abreast of what's going on over there. Y'all can make up your own decision. Them words. I always got to have at least one video where I can't talk, okay? It's got to happen at least one time, or it may happen one time in each video. It just really depends on what I'm doing for the day. But anyways, I'm going to let y'all go this morning. Y'all make sure that you do have a good one for me. Bye, y'all.